TYME is an acronym, take your money everywhere. What we do in our business is we design, we build, and we operate branchless banks. You can refer to it as digital banks. When we do user-centric design, our job is actually to hold a paradox very closely. And the paradox is this, is that on the one hand, we need to be very deeply respectful of our customers. We need to understand our customer has more wisdom than we have. On the other hand, we have to have design conviction or creative conviction. We have to believe that there's something in the immediately sort of adjacent possibilities of life that we see that our customer doesn't yet see.
What's an example of that, of listening deeply to your customers and getting some of that outside-in input?
So when the customer opens their account, the first thing we do is we ask them for their South African identity number. And we had at that very point in the process about a 32% customer dropout. So right there the customers go, okay, I'm not going any further. And I held on to the dogma as few clicks as possible. The team convinced me to listen to our customers who said they're afraid to put their number in, and added only one screen where we explained to the customer that in order to open an account for them, we need their ID number. We've reduced that drop-off point from 32% to less than 10%.
And what is one thing that you do as a leader that you think makes a big difference in terms of fostering that focus on the customer at TYME?
I think the most important thing that leaders have to do is to spend time with their field staff, with their call center agents, and with their customers. So one of the things we do is to actually go and sit with the cashier and see them do transactions. And that's when you pick up on the little things that you've missed. The fact that on a certain outdated till point system, your transaction is still sitting 3 levels down into the menu.
So what is your process? How often do you roll up your sleeves and go out into the frontline work?
Not nearly often enough. So one of the challenges with a startup business and doing these things in the context of a startup is you get very busy with the sort of business of survival, of doing all the things that are required at a leadership and at a management level to keep the business going. So I've got a discipline of at least once a month. I think that I should do it at least double as often.
How would you describe what makes a institution customer-centric?
For me, the heart of customer centricity is compassion. The Dalai Lama reminds us that the main beneficiary of compassion is not the world out there, it's us. It's the way we become as a result of being more compassionate. And so for me, a customer-centric organization is one that does not only talk the process of customer centricity and agile design and all these words, but where you can see when you speak to people, and I'm talking about every person from the receptionist to the CEO, a true passion for their customer and a true compassion for the life that their customer leads.